guys, so this video is going to be my second entry, well not really my second entry, this is the first round of the IAmFreedom competition. As you guys know, if you watched my unboxing video, I made it into the top 30, which is insane. And this video has honestly been the most fun to film. Like, this is one of the most favourite makeup looks I've ever done, and I'm just so excited to be part of this competition. So thank you so much to Freedom Makeup for holding this amazing competition and for picking me to be in the top 30. So this is my entry into the kind of next round, which is Strobe versus Sculpt. And they said that you could either pick your favourite kind of trend, like Sculpt or Strobe, but I decided to choose both because I can't really not like the highlight and the contour, like just both of them. I just love both of them. I basically tried to sculpt my entire face, so I sculpted my cheekbones, my nose, I sculpted out those brows, my eyelids even, like I tried to make my eyelids look a little bit bigger and kind of sculpt them, my lips as well to try and plump them a little bit. I basically tried to sculpt every single aspect of my face, and then obviously like with the strobing, highlight is my favourite thing ever, so I just kind of did that like all over my face. Voting for the public, I believe, opens on the 8th of July on the IAmFreedom makeup website. I'm not 100% sure on that yet, but I'm pretty sure that's how it works. As soon as I know some more information, I will let you guys know on how you can vote. So I'm starting off this look with the eyes, and I'm going to try and sculpt my eyes so that they look a little bit bigger and more like open, because I have quite hooded eyelids, which means that when I kind of look straight forward, like most of my eyelid kind of disappears. So what I'm going to try and do is really kind of like carve out my crease, and then I'm going to apply some kind of like shimmer to my lids to make them look a bit more like rounded and big. And my camera keeps going out of focus. So I'm going to be using the concealer Pro Conceal and Correct kit in the shade Light, and I'm just going to put a bit of this on my eyelids just to conceal any veins, and I'm going to start by using this lightest colour here, and I'm just blending this with my finger because I feel like it applies the best that way and it kind of warms up the product. Then what I'm going to do is use the Pro Eye Primer, and I'm just going to add some of this on top just to prime my eyes that little extra bit more, because I'm going to be using some quite bright colours, so I want them to kind of stick to my eyelids as best they can. And then just taking the palest powder from the Pro Strobe kit, and I'm just going to use this to set that concealer on my eyelids. I really do apologise if throughout this video, as I'm applying my makeup, my camera keeps going in and out of focus. The autofocus is actually broken, but I can't really put it on manual focus because I'm quite far away from the camera and I don't have anyone to kind of help me set up. So I'm actually going to be using this colour here from the Pro Strobe palette, and this is the powder palette. I'm going to use that as my transitional colour because I feel like it's a really good transitional colour. So I'm just taking that on a fluffy brush, and I'm looking down into a mirror so that I can do it slightly above my crease, and whoa, that is super pigmented. So I'm just going to apply this slightly above my natural crease to give the illusion of kind of bigger, more sculpted eyes. So, and then just gonna blend out the edges as much as I can because I applied a bit too much. But I just find that having that transitional colour in your crease kind of helps all of the other colours to blend together seamlessly. I think I found one of my new favourite eyeshadow palettes. I was playing around with this earlier, kind of practicing this look, and these colours, guys, are so pigmented. This Pro 12 Chasing Rainbows palette, and the colours that I'm going to be using from this are these three here, and they are so pigmented. Just watch. So I'm first taking a tiny little bit of this neon pink colour, and I'm just going to run that through my crease, and this is slightly lighter than the other pink colour, so I'm just going to use this to kind of blend the two together. So I'm then taking this colour here, which is my absolute favourite colour of the whole palette. This one is just as pigmented as the other one, and I'm going to basically put this all throughout my crease and on the outer and inner parts of my eyelid, and I'm going to leave the middle part kind of blank. So I'm just kind of packing that onto the outer corner and the inner corner as well. This colour is giving me life. I'm just going to keep blending as I go. So I'm then just taking some of this purple colour here on the same fluffy brush, and I'm just going to run some of that through my crease. And then switching to the Pro 12 Audacious 3 palette, which has just got loads of kind of pinky neutral shades. Ooh, drop in the brush. I'm going to be taking the darkest purple out of this one and just putting a tiny little bit of this through my crease just to darken it up a little bit more. Like, do you see this pigmentation? I literally just tapped it in there. And by the way, if you're wondering why I'm doing the edges so messily, it's because I'm going to clean them up with a cotton bud and some micellar water in a minute. I'm just actually taking a bit of the translucent powder on my brush to help kind of blend out the edges of this. So for the centre of my eyelids, I'm just going to be taking this colour here from that same palette, and I'm just going to get some of this on my finger. It is a super shimmery pink colour, so I'm just going to put this on the centre of my eyelid, and hopefully this will kind of open out my eyes a bit and make my eyelids look a little bit bigger and more kind of like round, and kind of sculpt my eyes, so to say. Oh, look how pretty that looks. So, and then just dipping it back into this one a tiny little bit, and I'm going to add a little bit more of this to the kind of outsides and inner parts of my eyes just to blend this in together a little bit more. So I'm now just taking a bit of micellar water on a cotton bud, and I'm just going to clean up the excess kind of lines of this because it's looking a little bit messy right now. So I'm now going to move on to eyeliner, and this is just, I believe, the original liquid eyeliner in black, and I'm just going to do a classic wing. So I decided to go for a super kind of long wing because this is quite a dramatic eye look, and I don't know, I just felt like it kind of worked with it. So now that I've done my eyes mostly, I'm going to leave mascara and lashes till kind of after I've completely finished the eyes because I still need to do underneath them. So I'm going to move on to my face. So for my face, I'm going to be using the Pro Studio Strobe Cream, and I'm using this to get that kind of glow from within style glow, if that makes any kind of sense at all. But putting this under your foundation will kind of help it shine through, and I don't know, just make you look generally a bit more glowy, which is what strobing is all about. So I'm going to be using the Pro Matte Longwear Foundation, and this is in the shade 02, and I find that this is such a good colour for me. I often struggle to find foundations, as you guys know, that match my skin tone, and I find that this works best with some kind of sponge, so I'm just going to dab this all over my face. So I'm then going back to my concealer palette, and again I'm taking this lightest shade here to kind of highlight the underneath of my eyes, and I'm just going to be applying this in a kind of triangle. I think I'm just going to pat this on with my finger under my eyes, and this really kind of brings light into the area. I'm also just putting this down the centre of my nose because I want that to be kind of raised out, a little bit on my chin and a bit on my forehead, and then I'm just going to blend this all out. So I'm then going to take a couple of the other colours from the concealer palette to just cover my blemishes. I think I'm going to use this one and a little bit of this one kind of combined. So I'm then going in with the Pro Strobe palette again, as you guys can tell. I really like this palette. It's actually my new favourite contouring kit, and I'm going to use the powder just to set under my eyes because I feel like under eyes are the place that creases the fastest, so I just want to set that before I move on to the rest of my makeup. So now that I've set my under eyes, I'm going to use the Pro Contour Shaped Stick, and this is in medium too, and I'm just going to be using the kind of contour side of it, and I'm really going to try and sculpt out my cheekbones because I quite like to have my face appear slimmer because it's quite round. If you kind of go around the outsides of your face, obviously, like, you guys know what contouring is, I don't really need to explain it, but yeah, I'm going to try and like sculpt out my cheekbones a little bit more, put a bit of this around my forehead, on my nose, and I'm actually going to put a little bit under my lip just because I feel like this makes your bottom lip appear like a little bit more pouty, so that's what I'm going to do. And also I'm going to put this along my jawline. And I'm mostly just using this as a base for my powder contour because I feel like if you have a kind of cream contour underneath your makeup, it just kind of gives you that extra kind of definition that I don't already have in my face, so I'm just kind of adding it in. So I'm then just going to set my entire face with this because I do have oily skin, so if I don't set my foundation, then it's not gonna last for the entirety of this video. Okay, so now that I've done my cream contour, I'm gonna move on to powder contouring. And you guessed it, I'm using my Pro Strobe palette, and it's only because I feel like this is just the perfect kind of all-rounder palette. It has fantastic colours for pale people, like this colour and this colour especially. So I'm gonna be dipping into that contour shade and just sucking in my cheekbones like this. And then just doing this in kind of swirling motions so that it's not like a super harsh line. You want to kind of blend as you apply. And you always want to blend kind of upwards. You don't want to blend down, otherwise it just looks a bit kind of like a muddy mess. Well, look at that, I have cheekbones. And I'm basically putting this around the whole kind of perimeters of my face, just to kind of slim it down a little bit and make it appear more like... So I'm then just taking a little eyeshadow brush, and I'm taking some of that same colour on a tiny little brush, and I'm just going to apply this under my bottom lip. And this just makes it look a little bit more kind of plump and full. So now that my face is sculpted, I'm going to be moving on to kind of the strobing part, but first I'm going to add a bit of blush. So I'm using the Pro Blush palette in Peach and Baked, and you guys, can we just take a moment to appreciate these colours? I want to put them all on my face, I'm not going to lie. I think I'm going to add this one to my face just because it's my favourite and it instantly caught my eye when I opened this palette. So I'm just going to apply this kind of up here and then bring it down onto my apples. Okay, so now it's time for my favourite part of the entire day. No, I'm joking. I have been looking forward to this so much. Now it's time for highlighter. One of my latest highlighters that I've discovered that I absolutely love is this one, and it's from the Pro Strobe kit. Like, I swear you guys, I am in love with this kit. Look at this highlight. First, I'm going to be adding a bit of the Pro Highlight in Brighton, and this is a beautiful kind of baby pink duochrome kind of colour. This is beautiful, look at it. And then, like I said, I'm going to be using this colour from the Pro Strobe palette, and this one is more of like a white. I'm just going to add that on the top because highlight is my life. And you got to get that strobing because look. So I'm going to take some of this down the bridge of my nose as well. And on my cupid's bow, tiny little bit on my chin. Above my brows, on my entire face. This is the brow pomade in the shade Taupe, and as you guys know, I love this stuff. I use it all the time, and I'm just going to be filling my eyebrows in with this. I feel like sculpting also refers to your eyebrows, because if I didn't do this to my eyebrows, like, they would not be in shape. So this is definitely sculpting out my eyebrows right now. Look at the difference in that sculpted eyebrow. So now that my eyebrows are sculpted, I'm going to make sure they are strobed as well, and I dropped my brush. And I'm just going to apply a bit of that kind of white highlight just under my brow bone. I just remembered I completely forgot to use this brush. I just found it on my bed. I was so planning on using this to sculpt my face. I'm actually so gutted that I completely forgot. So I'm then going back to finish off the eyes, and I'm taking this beautiful pink colour again, and I'm just going to run this along my lower lash line. And then again, I'm taking some highlight and putting it on my inner corners. So I'm just going in with the long length mascara, and I'm going to put this on my eyelashes, top and bottom, and then I'm going to add some false lashes. One of my eyelashes just fell into my eye. Oh, I just smudged everything. It's stuck to my contact lens. Are you actually joking? I'm going to have to counteract it with a bit of purple on this side. I just got mascara under my eyes. So I'm now just going to apply some lashes, and then I will be right back. So for my lips, I'm going to go for a mixture of things. I'm going to be starting off by using the Stormtrooper lipstick, which is literally just a white lipstick, and this is from the Far Away collection. And I'm just going to be putting this on the centre of my lips, and this is to kind of sculpt my lips, I guess, to make them look a bit more kind of full and more plump, just by adding like a highlight to the centre. I don't know whether to go for blue or purple. I think I'm going to be daring and go for the blue. So this is the Far Away lipstick from the Far Away collection, and I'm just going to add this kind of all over my lips and hopefully try and blend it with the white. And then the final stage for the lips, I'm taking the Pro Melts lip gloss in the shade Just Do It, and this is the one that I opened in my haul that I was really excited to use because it was like a navy blue colour, and I quite like blue lips, not gonna lie. So I'm going for this kind of ombre look thing to make my lips look fuller, so I'm just going to be putting this on the corners kind of. Okay, so that is the lips done. Hopefully they look more kind of sculpted than when they did, I can't speak. Hopefully they look a little bit more sculpted than before. So the final touching stages, that made no sense. The final touches to this look, I'm just going to take some unbranded little gems and I'm just going to stick a couple of these like under my eyeliner right here, just because this look is super festivally, well in my opinion, I think this is super festively and kind of like futuristic fairy-like, so I don't know, I thought it would just kind of add to the look. So I'm just dotting some eyelash glue. So this is the finished look now that we've added the little gems. Not gonna lie, this is the most strobed and sculpted I have ever felt. Like, just look at my face right now. So that is the end of this video. That has been my entry into the first round of the IAmFreedom competition. This video, I'm not even gonna lie, has been so much fun to film. Like, I love the final look so much. I'm so happy with how this has turned out. This look was very kind of like festival inspired, which is why I have the flower crown, but I don't know, I also feel kind of like a fairy because I'm so like glowing and sparkly right now. So I just want to say thank you to Freedom for holding this fantastic competition. I just want to say thank you to them for letting me kind of take part so far because it's been amazing. I just feel like this is such an exciting opportunity and it definitely has been so exciting for me. So I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. If you did, then give it a thumbs up. Let me know down below in the comments of what you think and what your kind of favourite aspect of this makeup is, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!